o'clock news. Today there was a house fire started by an overcooked turkey that was lit on fire, then proceeded to light a roll of paper towels on fire. But more on that later. Right now we have an expose on marriage in America with our human interest reporter, Christina Ferguson. Good evening, Christina. What do you have in store for us today?
Good evening, Diane. Marriage in America has lost the luster it has had in the past years. Couples that promise to love each other forever, in good times and bad, are abandoning their vows, raising the divorce rate to almost 50%. Tonight we have interviews with some people that can help us understand these latest statistics. This is Harry Engstrom. Harry was married to Janice and has 2 children with her, Nelson and Rebecca. Today, Harry has deserted his family, and we would like to know why. Mr. Engstrom, could you illuminate the truth for us?
Please, call me Rabbit. I can't tell you the truth. I don't know what the truth is. I know that my wife was an alcoholic. Maybe she still is. I don't know. I know that I went away, if you will, for a few months, because I was still not settling for the life. It's not interesting.
Did you ever go back to your wife and children?
Well, at the time, I was a child. Janice was still carrying Rebecca and Nelson, with 2. But yes, during my time away, I spent a great deal of time with a woman named Ruth. I even began to fall in love with her. But that all changed when I heard Janice was still in labor. I went to the hospital to see her, and I realized I had to go back. I could not leave my beautiful new baby girl. Everything was good for a while. Then Janice...
What happened?
One day I was out when Janice was drinking. By mid-afternoon, she must have been completely drunk. That's when it happened. That's when Janice killed Rebecca. Wait, I take that back. Although Janice was at fault, it wasn't her fault. It was an accidental drowning. It wasn't murder or anything. But I was blamed because I was not there at the time. I could not deal with that woman, and it was my responsibility. So I left again. I will never go back.
Just one question, Mr. Engstrom. Rabbit. Why do you think marriages fail?
Marriages fail because people make mistakes. I made a mistake. I married the wrong girl. I fell into a complacency, and I could not live with that. I left. Viewed as another mistake, people make mistakes. That's why marriages fail.
Thank you very much, Mr. Engstrom. We are here at the beach for another perspective of this story. This is Miss Janice Engstrom, the wife of Harry Engstrom. Mrs. Engstrom, your husband has told us what his relationship with you is like. Would you like to tell your side of the story?
I know I wasn't the best wife, I wasn't the best mother, I wasn't the best anything. I was a drunk and a disappointment. But I didn't deserve to get left. I didn't deserve to get left 3 times by one man. I didn't deserve it at all. When Harry and I got married, we were envied. Now I am looked at on the streets and talked about in whispers. And as much as I hate him, I love him. I wish he would just come home to Nelson and me. Please, Harry, if you see this, please come home.
He told us a story about your daughter, Rebecca. Would you like to say anything on that?
Rebecca, my poor little Rebecca. She was barely alive when she died. Everyone put it on Harry. That's why he left. I was at fault, but they all blamed him. Everybody blamed him, especially that Eccles man. That reverend that wanted to help Harry. All he did was push him far, far away. Harry, it is my fault, I know. Please, please forgive me and come home.
Mrs. Engstrom, this piece is an expose on marriage. I'd just like to ask you one question. Why do you think marriages fail?
Because people don't accept each other. Family members don't accept the new person that is trying to be accepted. Partners don't accept the flaws in each other. Accepting people make their marriage work. People that don't get accepted are left or leave. That's why marriages fail.
Thank you so much for talking to us today, ma'am. Janice mentioned a reverend named Eccles. We are trying to meet up with Reverend Eccles to ask him a few questions. Actually, here he is. Good day, Reverend. May we ask you a few questions?
Hello, ma'am. Can I ask what this is for?
Well, I am Christina Ferguson from...
Oh, from the television. Are you interviewing me?
Well, we are doing an expose on marriage in America, and we were wondering...
Oh, yes, of course. I am married. As a minister, I see marriage as a sacrament, and that must be held up in society today.
Are you and your wife happy together?
Yes, we are, of course. All couples hit rough patches in relationships. It is inevitable. But vows were made that are supposed to hold the couples together. We need to continue to love and support one another no matter the situation. The divorce rate in this country is inexcusable.
But marriages do fail. In fact, the latest figures say that 50% of all marriages end in divorce. Why do you think marriages fail?
Because people give up. Marriages fail because people don't work at them. All relationships are work. All of them. You have to put in time, effort in this work. People need to understand that.
For our final interview of this expose, we thought we should go away from people who are married and see this issue from another side. We found an ex-prostitute named Ruth. Ruth, in your line of work, have you ever come in contact with married men?
Yes, of course, many times. Men who just want to get away for a night and get something they can't get for their wives. I fulfilled that desire.
Have you ever thought about marriage with any of your clients?
Yes, I have, actually. He was a man I thought would be like all the rest, but he was different, much different. He was running away from his wife and everything he previously knew. He was breaking out and decided he wanted me to catch him. I started off resistant. I showed no emotional attachment. Then things changed. A new life started to develop. I stopped my business, or whatever you want to call it. Being with him changed me. We acted as though we were a married couple, but we weren't. The minute he heard from his wife, he left. He was gone for a while, then wanted to come back. I did not accept him because he deserted me. I fell for him, and he used me.
I'm so sorry to bring that sore spot up. But I have one more question. Why do you think marriages fail?
People don't know what they want. They think that they know, but they don't. They think one way and believe in it so strong that it actually satisfies them for a while. Then they realize that they have been tricked. They want so much more. They look outside of the boundaries they have and get caught. They get in trouble. They make their marriages fail.
Thank you for taking a time out to speak with us. It was extremely informative. Marriages fail for many reasons, and there is not one definitive answer to this complex question. For the most part, it becomes the greed of people in the relationship, who want far more than they can get. The key to a perfect marriage: be happy with what you have and work hard. This has been Christina Ferguson with your Human Interest Report on Marriage in America. Back to you in the studio, Diane.